We're so excited to be with you today. I'm here with my special guest, Gabe, and we're here to talk to you today about a recipe for success.
Yeah, I have a very successful recipe for s'mores.
Really? Can you teach me?
Yeah, come on.
All right, let's go check it out. All right, I'm so excited to be in the kitchen here with you. You've got your chef's outfit on. So can you show me your secret recipe for s'mores?
Yeah. So, up first, I'm going to need you to use these 2 sticks of unsalted butter and put them into this pan. Let me just move this for you. And then I'm going to put in 3 cups of chocolate chips, any kind. And I'm going to put this in here, so you put this into here.
Perfect, I will do that.
And also then you should start turning on the burner.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so, oh yeah, okay, almost forgot.
My hands are slippery from the butter too.
My hands are just
Here, I'll trade you.
green.
All right, how's that looking?
Here, let me check. Because you can't have it like, okay, looks really good.
All right.
So right now, our next step is that we need to add in 1/2 teaspoon
Of salt.
of salt.
Hi.
Okay, that's 1/4.
Okay.
Okay, so what we need to do now do you think it looks good?
I think that looks great.
Well, let's go check on our butter dinner.
So what comes after the melty chocolate and the melty butter?
So once we're all done putting in the butter, we're gonna add in some butter into the we need to add this in here first,
Okay.
and then we're not gonna then obviously we're not gonna add in all of this butter.
Okay, just as much as we need.
Yeah. So what we're just gonna do here, can you please pour that into there?
Yes.
I would recommend just trying to close that for a little.
Okay.
Yeah, or just holding it like that.
Okay.
How do you think this butter looks?
I think that looks ready. Can I help you pour it?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
So now, what we do before we add into there, we need to put this right here, and we need to pour it into this. Then we need to do this.
Paint the butter onto the tin foil.
Yeah, so now can you please pour this into here?
Yes, sir. All right, we will scoop in the graham cracker and the sugar and the salt and the butter,
And then
our wet sand.
Then double. Right now I'm using a 1/3 of a cup because this was basically the only thing I could find at home because we knew that everything else was going to be occupied. And also, here's another tip. You've got to make sure that if it expands open, you have to push it back in because you cannot, because like I said, the game is to not show the foil. Yep.
So we're gonna bake this for 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
350 degrees.
Yep. 10 minutes for 350 degrees, starting now.
Oh. So we're gonna let this cool for how long would you say? 10 minutes?
I'd say like maybe 5.
Okay, maybe 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah. So while we're waiting for this to for that to cool off, I'm gonna add in 3 half cups of marshmallows. I'm gonna keep on eating.
Excellent.
I'm gonna put this back in. Okay.
All right, we've let our graham cracker crust cool. We have our marshmallows ready to go. We have our melted chocolate.
Yep. So can you please pour the chocolate first?
I would love to.
And that's also to do it slowly.
Okay.
And also just make sure we're gonna have it in for I'd say like 2 minutes, right?
2 minutes on broil? Okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna put it in at 2 minutes at broil.
Okay.
So it'll all like melt in and it'll be like s'more.
All right, let's have them check out how it looks so far. Doesn't that look delicious? Rumph. All right. There we go. All right.
Can't have it for 2 hours again.
Now, should we reveal what we already came prepared with?
Yes, so we don't want to wait for 2 hours. That'll be pretty hard. So we already came with this right here
Ooh.
that we made, that me and my mom, I guess, made yesterday.
All right, can we cut this?
Reveal of my shirt under the apron. That just fell.
All right, this looks like a heavy duty knife. Okay. Should we take a bite?
Yeah,
All right.
I'll take this one.
Oh, go for the big one, why don't you? Cheers. This is so good. Successful recipe, sir. Well done. That left me wanting some more. Do you want to know about another successful recipe? It's found in the Bible in Psalms chapter 92, verse 13. Do you know what that verse says, Gabe?
Yeah. Those who are planted in the house of the Lord shall flourish in the courts of our God.
Oh, I love that word flourish. It means to be successful and to grow and to develop. You know, when we're committed to going to church and living in community with our friends at church, God promises that we will flourish, that we'll have good success, that He'll grow us and develop us. You know, God's always wanting to grow us to become more and more like Jesus. God is like the master chef with a great recipe that He's wanting to develop inside each of us. Our job is to surrender and let Him do His good work in us. You know, Gabe, I was just looking through some old photos on my phone, and you know what I love about you?
What?
I love how much fun you have at church, whether it's Christmas shows or jumping castles, fall festivals, baptisms, Zoom calls, games. You always have the biggest smile on your face. You're having so much fun, and that rubs off on the rest of us. Makes it such a joy to go to church. But you know, there are some days when I go to church and I'm feeling grumpy or sad or sleepy.
Really?
Totally. I mean, we're all human. There's days that we are a little down, but even on those days, church is the best place for us to go because then we get to be with other friends who can help lift us up. We can all help each other. You know, this reminds me of a story in the Bible when Jesus was 12 years old and his parents lost him. Have you heard about this story?
No, what happened?
Well, Mary and Jesus had traveled to Jerusalem to celebrate a special holiday, and they went with Jesus, and they were now on their way back home, and they were walking with some separate friends, and Mary thought Joseph had Jesus, and Joseph thought Mary had Jesus, and then when they checked in with each other, neither of them did, and they got worried, and they started looking and asking, "Have you seen Jesus?" Nobody had, so they decided to retrace their steps. Well, they got all the way back to Jerusalem, to the temple, which was like the church back then. And they found Jesus at 12 years old, teaching all these other people there. And they walked up to Jesus and said, "Where have you been? Didn't you know we were worried sick about you?" And Jesus said, "Didn't you know I'd be in my Father's house?" I don't know if Mary and Joseph understood what he meant at that time, but Jesus loved God, his Father in heaven, so much that he wanted to spend time in his house. And Jesus was teaching other people and sharing about the love that God had for them. Do you think Jesus had success?
And Jesus definitely had success.
I agree. He did have some extremely difficult days on earth, but now he's seated at the right hand of God in heaven for all of eternity. And that is as awesome as it gets. God had a recipe for what he wanted to do in his son Jesus' life. And he also has a recipe for what he wants to do in our lives. He wants to save us through his son Jesus, and he wants to keep growing us, developing us, creating that great recipe to make us more and more like Jesus. The good news is it's not through our own power, it's through the power of the Holy Spirit.
Man, that sounds like a good recipe.
Well, speaking of recipes, I might need to go try a few more of your s'mores.
Okay, well, save some for me. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time.
Bye, Exchange.